So if you're watching this because you read the title, and excuse my hair, y'all. I need my hair done, but this is a story time when I got left on the party bus going to a Yo Gotti concert. So it starts off like this. So I was working at this new job in my area, and I met a dude there, of course. So me and him are talking or whatever, and we get to know each other, you know. And he's like, "Well, let me take you on a date." So cool. We went out on our first date, and it was kind of, skeptical, weird, because he got drunk. But when he got drunk, it was like he was an angry drunk, like he was mean. So like he was like being aggressive towards me, or he would say things or and things like that. And mind you, we just started talking. Like we just started talking. So like it was just weird. So after the first date, like a couple things were said. I was telling him how I didn't like how everything went on, how he acted, and yada yada yada. So he was like, "Well, let me make up for it. Let me take you on a second date." He was like, there's a concert this weekend, or not a concert, yeah, whatever, at this club in Raleigh, and he was like that. There was a concert in Raleigh, and it was a Yo Gotti concert. So what happened was Yo Gotti was gonna be there, or he was there. So I was like, okay, yeah, I'll give you a second try, blah blah and blase blase. So I'm over here thinking, hopefully everything's gonna go good again. So the day of the concert, me and him meet up. Right off gate when we meet up, it was like he was acting funny. So he was rushing me, trying to rush me to get ready. Like it was just too much. I should have like stayed home then, but it was too much. So after that, he's rushing me or whatever because he doesn't want us to miss the party bus, because I guess he paid for both of our seats or whatever, and he didn't want to lose out on the money. So he's rushing me to hurry up and get there in time for the party bus so we can make the party bus and get on the bus and everything be fine. So boom. On the party bus, everybody's drinking, they're doing whatever, people do, grown-ups do. So we're on the party bus and stuff, and he's drinking more, and I'm just like, okay. And the next thing you know, he starts like being aggressive again. And I'm just like, like, you can do that with other females, but I am not that female. I do not like that crap. But anyways, he was being aggressive and stuff like that. And then there was other people on the party bus, like a lot of other females and other males, and so they were seeing what was going on. They kept on asking me if I was okay, and then, at the beginning I was good, but then it got to the point where he wanted to be more extra, like, try to, like, touch me, like, put his hands on me. I'm not with that. No, no, sir. So long story short, I'm dealing with this on the whole ride from Greenville to Raleigh. Mind you, from Greenville to Raleigh was like an hour and a half on the party bus. And I'm aggravated at this point. Like, I'm sad. Like, I'm supposed to be on a date, and my date turns out to be a crazy drunk that I work with. So long story short, like, we get there, and I'm already to the point where I'm like, I don't want to talk to him or nothing. Like once you try to touch me sober, like, no talking. So we get there, and I'm like, I get off the party bus, like, I try to walk the other way so he won't see me, because he's already feeling some type of way and crap. And so long story short, I'm not gonna like break every little like detail down because it's long. But long story short, I didn't have like the wristband, I guess, from the party bus to get in the party. So actually, when I walked down the street, he was like basically telling me I need to find a ride home and yada yada, this and that and third. So I'm like, nigga, you gonna bring me all the way down here? Mind you, I live in Washington, so Raleigh from Washington is about, well, I would say around about 2 hours. So for me to get exactly home, it was around about 2 hours. So I'm like, you done brought me all the way up here just to tell me that I'm not going in. Then you causing all this chaos and commotion for what though? So I'm crying, like, I'm sick of him. Like, I never want to see him again. Like, don't speak to me at work. We're not cool. So long story short, I end up getting back on the party bus, And so when I got back on the party bus or whatever, they was like, you can't sit up here, blah 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 blah. So I'm like, okay, what am I supposed to do now? Like, I mean, I didn't bring no money because, well, I think I brought like $20, but that wasn't enough for me to get home from where I was at. And so at this point, I'm just trying to figure out what I'm gonna do. So I go up to the building or whatever, and I forgot how it happened, but I ended up going into the side building. They have a main building, and then they have a side building that's like a strip club, and I guess it's open after hours. So I was in the side building just waiting. I was honestly just waiting for the whole thing to be over with so I can leave. So, like, in the process of me trying to get in the side building, because I talked to the manager of the club in Raleigh, in the process of me getting into the side building, I was standing there, and so Yo Gotti's booking manager walks by. He's like, I seen you. He was like, you look really pretty, blah 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 blah. Yeah, you know, my hair, yeah, I was on fleek then. I was on fleek. I'm always on fleek, but right now I'm just a little tired. But he was like, you look so nice. He was like, what are you doing? Why you not in there with the party? I basically told him the whole story. I was like, look, I said, I'm stranded up here. I'm left up here. I said, I was supposed to be up here having a good time on a date, but my date ditched me. And he was like, nah, that's not cool. Long story short, Yo Gotti's booking manager got me in through the back, then got me on stage, got me in for free. What else did he do? Oh, and last but not least, he paid for me to get home in an Uber. He paid over $200 Uber for me to get home. And like, it was so crazy. Like, that night was so crazy. But long story short, like, these niggas don't be so quick to go on a date with nobody. I mean, I won't quick to go on a date with nobody, but, you know, I was trying to meet new people at the time, and, you know, I was getting out of some old mess, and I was just ready for something new, but nah, he had me twisted. But shout out to Yo Gotti's booking manager. I don't know if that's still his booking manager now, but shout out to him, because he's the one that paid for me to get home, paid for me to get in, got me liquor, all that. I was on the stage. I wish I had clips and stuff. I don't know if y'all can see these messages, but I'm not gonna give out the name, yada yada yada. But yeah, so I don't still keep in contact with the booking manager. However, in the messages, I was trying to get booked for modeling gigs and things like that. However, I never pushed myself. So shout out to him for being a good person, helping me get home that night. And then also, like, he still hits me up, but I'm not gonna model anymore, and I'm definitely not going. Well, I went to a Little Dirk concert. It was good. So, but yeah. But anyways, I hope y'all enjoyed this video. Comment, like, and subscribe. And I got some more story times coming soon. Peace. I don't know if y'all can see, but here it is. So after the mess had happened, we hit each other up. He was making sure I was okay, got home safe. I don't care about the number, because that number is not in service. It doesn't work, or it's not my number. It may be somebody else's number, but yeah. So these are the messages, and yeah. But yeah, so I don't want to be exposing nobody, but this is his page. Well, if y'all can really see it, but he does bookings. He books different artists, and yeah, so if you think I'm lying, I guess it's your problem, but this is the honest truth. So shout out to him.